cut it out. Cut it out. Hello my beautiful people. As you can see from the title of this video, I will be giving y'all 5 tips on how to make that hair flourish, how to make them curls bounce, how to make them curls pop. So if you feel like you're in need of some advice on how to get that hair popping, then just keep watching. These aren't stated in any particular order. Some do have more importance than others, but I'm not going to say them in order. So tip number 1, avoid styles that pull on that hair. So if you're feeling like your eyes are like this, loosen it. That is not a style that you need to be wearing all the time. So examples, puffs, buns, tight braids, those are the main ones. And you might be like, Sahar, you got a puff right now, so what's up? In the event that I do my hair in a tight style, I always use these. I'm not really sure the exact name. When I kind of like started looking at them, I'm like, oh, that might be cool for my curls, because as you can see, there's no part that would really tug on your hair too much, and it almost feels like these spirals will like form really well with my hair. So I ordered some on Amazon. I'll put them down in the description below, but I ordered some on Amazon and I love them. So what I love so much about these is that, for one, it's really easy to get the crease out of my hair when I take them out, and then 2, I also really like that it doesn't pull any of my hair out. So when I take them out, I maybe have a 1 strand of hair. So why you want to avoid styles that pull on your hair? It damages your hair. So overall, because it leads to breakage, whether that be breaking your hair off, forming split ends, or just having the appearance of heat damage, which was what happened to me. I have straight pieces literally because I was doing tight styles all the time. Because when you're constantly pulling, brushing the hair, it's not just the heat in straighteners that damages your hair, but it's the constant stretching of the hair, which I never knew. Which is why I continued to do these styles, and it led to literal heat damage-like appearance. Okay, tip number 2. This one might be kind of obvious. Slap that scarf on your head. So yeah, number 2 is wearing a scarf every time you go to sleep. No matter what your style is, you always want to throw your scarf on. I actually meant to grab my other scarf, but this is one of my scarves. I have a few. It's cute. I would recommend having more than 1 scarf, just because I use one for when I'm in the shower and like when my hair or even my face is dirty, because I don't want to put the same scarf on my forehead that I had on just lounging around in the house when I haven't showered. And that's another thing, is that I use my scarves when I'm just in the house. When you're in the house, I just suggest loosening that bun up. You don't need it all tight, girl. You ain't going nowhere. When my hair is getting kind of old and I just throw it up in a puff, I try to leave it really loose. So I try to not even wrap it around like twice. I just leave it once if I'm in the house, and if I'm going out, I'll do it twice. But again, I have these hair ties, so it doesn't pull too much. So again, with the breakage, the scarf prevents that. When your hair is rubbing on the pillowcase, it can break your hair off. Your curls are delicate, so the friction is not good for your hair. And kind of to piggyback off of the scarf, I like to use a satin pillowcase. This is mine. It's a regular gray one. I only have one because when I got it, it only came with 1 in the pack. Literally was probably like $7. I think I got it at Marshall's, but you can get them on Amazon or anywhere. What I really like about it is that I'm a little bit of a wild sleeper, so I'll be waking up with pillows on the ground, blankets on the ground, all that. So when I wake up and that scarf is on the ground, you be scared to look in the mirror. So to avoid that, I want to get a full set of like silk stuff, satin, whatever it is. But I want to get a full set because who knows where I'm tossing and turning. Say in the event my scarf does come off, or I'm not on my satin pillowcase, I'll still have satin, whether I turn here or there. So yeah, when I started wearing a scarf, I noticed that my hair was much more soft in the morning. There's less frizz. Like, not only does the friction create breakage, but it creates frizz, which kind of goes hand in hand a little bit. Okay, so that's enough about scarves. Y'all get it. Wear your scarf. Tip number 3. Be gentle when you're detangling those curls. So there's kind of a few things that goes into this. Number 1, never detangle dry. If you can detangle your hair dry, you have pretty like fine loose curls. But for my girls with that type 4 or even like 3B, 3C, I wouldn't suggest detangling dry. Especially for me, because I have kind of thick hair. I always detangle in the shower. For me, it's just easier. So for my thick hair girls, I would suggest detangling in the shower just because it makes it easier. But if you don't want to do that, because not everybody does, you can just go get a spray bottle literally anywhere, dollar store. I wouldn't recommend that because mine start leaking. Target, beauty supply. Another thing that kind of relates to being gentle with detangling is one, the kind of brush you're using. I use a Denman brush. Don't judge me, it's a little dirty. This one's actually pretty sturdy. I think it is the Denman brand. The Denman one seems to hold up a little bit better. If you are going to use a brush to detangle your hair, I definitely recommend the Denman brush. A lot of curl girls have it and it works really well for people because sometimes it can leave your hair frizzy, but all in all, when you use the Denman brush, your curls pop back up. Another thing that goes into being gentle with your hair is when you're detangling, which you should be doing in sections, and you come across a knot, don't just rip through it. Take some product, the product that you're using, and literally just go in it with your hand and then pull it apart with your hand. Don't rip it, but work through it. Like, you don't want to ever rip anything in your hair, so when you hear that, then you might want to chill out and just use your hands. A lot of people suggest finger detangling. Ain't nobody got time for that. So another thing going with being gentle is that you want to go from end to root, which is something that I'm sure a lot of y'all know already. But just remember that just because you're going from end to root doesn't mean that you just don't need to be gentle. What I do is I start from the end, and when I'm starting to get more of the tangles out, I follow it with my fingers so that if I feel any tangles, I can just pick them right out. Another thing about the things you're gonna use in your hair, I used to use these clips. I started to notice that with these, it would get caught in my hair like a lot and it would actually really hurt. So I switched over to these type of clips. You can see here, nothing to snag your hair on, and then it's not like anything too pointy where your hair is gonna like get caught in it. My hair has yet to get caught in these because you just, just slide them in, slide them out. And again, I'll link all this down below if you want to get any of this. It might not be the exact product because I got some of these like this, like my mom gave me. I have like extra ones that I got from Walmart, so I'll try to be as accurate as possible when I put them down there. So tip number 4, deep condition often. This one is very important because for a while I didn't realize how important deep conditioning was. I totally just stopped. Like, I just didn't deep condition anymore. I don't think I noticed a difference right away, but over time my hair definitely got weaker. I was losing a lot more hair. My hair was just more dry. So I would suggest deep conditioning every week if you can. That's what I just started doing. And for those of you that don't really know what a deep conditioner is, they're meant to restore the moisture in your hair and make your strands stronger. And I think that deep conditioning is especially important for my type 4 girls, type 3 girls, because it's hard to retain moisture in your hair. So like for me, when I do my deep conditioner, it feels like my hair is like brought back to life, because by the end of the week, like by the end of my wash and go, by the end of my puff, my hair is usually really brittle and dry just from me playing with it, from it being old and all that. So when I deep condition, it just feels great. So I know one of the things with deep conditioners is that not everybody feels like they have time for it. That was one of the reasons I didn't want to do it, because most of them you're gonna have to keep in for like 15 minutes or 30 minutes, and they want you to sit under a dryer. Who has a dryer in their house? So my solution to that is the 3-minute Miracle deep conditioner. So yes, it is what it sounds like. It's a 3-minute deep conditioner. I just section my hair, put this baby in there. When I'm done detangling, I just leave it in, wash my body, shave, whatever, and my hair, oh my god, it's silky smooth when I take this out. If you feel like you don't have enough time, I recommend the Aussie Moist brand. And this one is the coconut and Australian jojoba oil. So my 5th and final tip, listen to that hair, girl. She will speak to you. So what I mean by listen to your hair is, 1, knowing that just because one product works for her, don't mean it's gonna work for you. I kind of learned it the hard way. I feel like a lot of people learn it the hard way. I found myself watching a lot of YouTubers that didn't have my hair type, or maybe had like a similar hair type, but were using products that I was trying to use and wasn't getting the same results. So if you see you're trying a product 2, 3, 4 times and it's really just not working for you, if you feel like your hair is dry, if you feel like your curls aren't popping like you want them to or like they usually do, cut it out. Cut it out. don't force it. And again, it might even be someone with your almost exact hair type, and just because it works for her literally does not mean it's gonna work for you. Everybody's hair is different, nobody's identical, so not everything is universal. So an example of this, you know, everyone raves about coconut oil, and I'm so mad because I never got on the coconut oil wave. Even when I started my hair journey, I would try to use coconut oil in my hair and it did nothing for me. It would just sit on top of my hair and then like drip on my face and make me feel greasy. I used to always think that my hair just didn't like oil, but come to find out, when I use serums, like more serum-like products, they definitely work better for my hair, at least for giving my hair shine. I don't really know about as far as like nourishment, but I definitely need to do some research on that. So essentially, finding the products that work for you specifically is very important when you want your hair to thrive, because not only will you be able to just wear your hair out more, but it just makes the process easier on you, time-wise, long-term-wise, and just effort-wise. It's just nice to have a fallback routine. Once I found like a good set of products, it's like, I don't like this wash and go, but my next one, I can literally just go back and use my regular routine, and when I want to switch it up, I can. So y'all, I guarantee if you follow these tips, you will definitely see like results in your hair, because this all kind of encompasses being very gentle and caring with your hair. You need to be patient. I remember I was just kind of watching these YouTube videos and girls were finger detangling. I'm like, out of here. Or people wear deep conditioning every week. I really thought that was a joke. I was like, why do I need to do that? Like, who needs to do that every week? But you definitely do need to put in some effort. You need to be protecting your hair. Basically, that's what like all of this is about, protecting your hair. So like the scarf, that's protection. Being gentle with detangling, that's essentially protection. Using deep conditioners, you're strengthening your hair to be protected. So like I said, I promise you, y'all will see some type of change in your hair if you're not doing these things, or if you're not doing them thoroughly and you start to do them regularly and stay on track. I guarantee you will see a difference in your hair. Depending on your hair type, your hair may be softer, it might grow more, it might get thicker, who knows. So I hope this video was helpful to some of my curly heads out there. These were things that I wish I knew when I started my hair journey. I'll be getting more into like the hair journey stuff, because I definitely feel like I needed more help with my hair when I first started wearing it natural, and I want to be that help that y'all can have. If you kind of want to learn more about my hair journey, you can go check out my last video. You can kind of see why my hair is the way it is. Yes, I do love my hair, but it definitely was way more healthy before, and these tips helped me get back into this whole thing of taking care of my hair. I'm basically on another hair journey now, and I would love it if y'all would join me. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, go follow me on the socials to keep up with me. I'll link that down below. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on my next video. Deuces.